Oh boy. This is probably gonna be the longest video yet. It has definitely been the most kilometers that I've done in a day while making videos, vlogs. So yeah, be prepared. There's gonna be a lot to take in, a lot of rants, a lot of philosophizing. So it's gonna be a mix and match of everything. Crazy roads, beautiful scenery, dirt roads, tar roads, bridges, traffic, no traffic, everything. It's gonna be a bit of everything. So yeah, just bear with it. If you make it through, you make it through. But at least I would have saved the memories forever. Good morning, Malaysia. Just trying to clear this bit of traffic in this town, and then I'll make my way onto my route today. It's just past 10 o'clock and I've only done 1.5 kilometers. yeah, it's difficult to start early in the morning. The sun only comes up at 7:30 and it's basically peak traffic, so you'll end up not enjoying it and being stuck in that peak traffic. It's basically pitch black, and so I'd rather just wait, have a late start, and then the traffic is calmed down. So I'm starting to figure out how to manage the insane traffic here. I glued my shoes a bit, fixed them up a bit. They're starting to show wear and tear, and had like a breakfast. The coffees aren't that great here. Basically just something to drink. There's nothing at all special about them. And I've pumped my tires as hard as a rock. I don't think I'll be on any gravel roads today, so that's going to be fine. My rolling resistance will at least be decreased, so that's going to be good for today, because I've got an ultra day today, an ultra distance, close to 150 kilometers. Chinese church. Gonna do a little bit of a detour. Seems like there's a nice temple on the way, so let's go see how it looks. My chain is nice and lubed up, the bike is nice and quiet. That creak in my pedal is still not back, and what was it, 2 days ago when I soaked it in that water. Still going good. And yeah, with the rock hard tires, that makes a massive difference. When you pump your tires up rock hard, you instantly feel that difference on the road. It feels like you're just gliding along. And I think my tires was at maybe 2.5 bars, and I pumped them to 4 bars. But what you also feel is you feel all those bumps on the gravel roads. But it's all right. I think most of my days now will be tar roads, so it's definitely much better to have a rock hard tire. Let's see if I can get to the top. That must be the final boss. I much prefer the unpainted parts. When they paint it, they get a little bit carried away, and then the place just starts to look like a cheap theme park. Let's go see what's down this way. And the water is far on the other side there. The slope of the waterfront here is so small that there isn't any waves. There's just not enough space between the top of the swells and the bottom of the sea to actually create waves. So it's just one seamless line between the land and the water. That is the biggest ceiling fan in the world. That's basically the size of one of those gyrocopters. Come on, man. Why paint this wall? It just looks so cheap. Well, that temple did give off a bit more touristic vibes than an actual authentic temple. I wasn't sure if it was a Taoist temple or a bit of some remnants of Hinduism and their infinite number of denominators, or if it was a Buddhist temple, or maybe it was just a mix and match of everything. Well, it's 10 to 11 and I've still got probably 140 kilometers still to do. But there's no point in thinking so far ahead. I'll just take every kilometer as it comes and enjoy it. The reason why I've got such a long distance today is a number of factors. One, that I'm going through a accommodation drought, adequate accommodation, and the second thing is that I want to try and get closer to a side mission, quite a big one. It's actually a 2-day side mission, but I will shed some more light on that later on. Well, I've got my full aero suit on today, well, this morning, and I'm going to try and tick off quite a few numbers, quite a few Ks before it reaches 12 o'clock. I'll probably be able to squeeze in maybe 30 Ks, but let's see. The only problem with this road is that they got speed bumps everywhere, so it's difficult to get back into a nice comfortable aero position and make sure that your butt's also in like a position on the bike, and then it will get interrupted by a speed bump. And not only that, every single house has cut a hole through the tar road so that they can lay their cables to connect it to the power lines. So that's also got a lot of things in the road. Hey, but what's it to complain about? There's no traffic. What group of monkeys trying to raid that house before I stopped here. They all bolted for the bushes. Yeah, you naughty thing. With all those bumpy roads back there, that click in my pedal lace came back. It looks like this is my new road. Some greasy monkeys. What are you doing? You fishing? Monkey's got a fish. Ah, it's one of those horseshoe crabs. Well, so much for not thinking I was going to get a gravel road today. This one is a single track, and it's only used by the motorbikes, and judging by the amount of tracks on it, it's not often used. That was quite like a gravel section. It was relatively smooth, and it was only about 2 kilometers. Today is going to be a lot of straight roads. There's one section that I'm going to reach where it passes through the top of rice fields. And another one. Lekker. Yep, still blazing down this trail. Probably the least thing that I talk about, but which happens the most, is that you can be in the middle of nowhere. Really in the middle of nowhere, but you'll come to a T-junction or a curve in the road, and somebody will be coming around the corner. As soon as you pull out your phone, it doesn't matter where you are, even if you're on the highest peak, Mount Everest, somehow a car will come past. But anyway, what I wanted to say in this video is, well, it's also related to that, is that if I didn't pull out my phone early on that dirt road where that T-junction was, which caused me to slow down a little bit, I would have continued blazing down that trail, and I would have definitely connected that motorbike. So yeah, it's insane, but yeah, it's just something that I almost never mention in the videos, but it is there. Murphy lives around every single corner and every T-junction. Murphy's Corner, there's always somebody coming around that corner in a motor vehicle. Bicycle touring is super easy. Really, anybody can do it. You just have to have a bit of navigational skills. But today, in the modern times, with the amount of technology that we're exposed to, it's so easy. It's impossible to get lost. You just pull up some type of mapping app on your phone, even Google Maps, you'll be able to navigate with that. It's super easy. You know, I do quite a lot in one day. The massive variety of different roads, and a lot of that is thanks to pre-planning, and then once you're out, then you can kind of also do a little bit of side missions, but for the most of it, it's really easy. You can actually pick a place in the world and you can just do a couple 100 kilometers. You know, back in the day, it was hardcore. You know, you got paper maps and you have to navigate via that, and it wasn't so convenient to find accommodation. You'd have to phone ahead or maybe just pitch up, and yeah, that's how it worked. There was no internet to make online reservations, and yeah, otherwise you just take the old tent and just pitch it anywhere, and that's how you would go. And yeah, also on the other side, you know, these days it is quite easy with all the technology and the maps that we have on our cell phones. Makes it easy. But also what you can do is, which does make it difficult, you know, it's find all these challenging routes to go through. You know, the maps offer you all these options, so you can actually find all of these hidden gems, where back in the day, you know, they would just have the main routes on the paper maps and you would have to stick to them. But with all of the satellite images, we can actually find those places, and we can still make these routes very, very challenging. And that's basically what I've done. You know, I've stitched together endless roads. You know, I've cut through bushes, I've cut through all kinds of small roads, places where they're not on the map, they're not even on Google Maps or on any open source mapping. I've just looked at satellite images and yeah, made my own way through there, plotted my own way through. So yeah, these days, you know, it's not that all easy. It can be super easy, yes, but you can also make it super challenging. Like, I meticulously planned this route, you know, especially this section. Yeah, I had to navigate my way along the opposite flow of traffic on this massive toll road, just to be able to get to this little pedestrian bridge, so that I'm able to cross the road. Yeah, so you see, that's a lot of dedication that I had to put into to be able to figure out all of these roads. Yeah, can't cross this road because of that cement wall. During my planning stages, I had to find a way how to cross this, so I searched for one of these. And that's how I crossed. The only crap thing is now I've got 20 kilometers to cover on this road. I have to do it. It is literally the only way through. There's a massive river coming up in the distance, and yeah, this is the only road, so I'm just gonna put my head down and try to blast through it. Right, so I was able to pick up a nice ice cold beverage next to the road. I'm halfway through, so let me continue. Because it's super hot, I'm gonna have to pull these out and put these over my legs. I can feel the sun is extremely hot today. I've even had to put my little sun shield on my nav phone. Right, I'm all suited up. I managed to wet all my UV clothing, even my shirt sopping wet. So once I hit that road, then it can keep me a bit cool, because today is hot and dry, and I'm exposed on that road. There is zero shade, and today is going to be the long haul. You know, I've still got about 100 and something k's to go, so I try to keep as cool as possible. I'm 100 times more cooler. Almost at the objective. "25 kilometers, or 20-25 kilometers to cross this." Finally off. Right, now that section is done, I think it was between 20 and 25 k's, let's say 22.5 k's, and now I've got another, say, 22.5 k's to go on similar roads. Quick stop in Slum City just to get something to drink and snack on. These places next to the road, they're all slum towns. There's nothing fancy about any of them. They're just a cesspit of open sewers, oily roads, nasty pollution, and all of these little convenience stores just to get a Coke or something. Some turbo boost for the road. Now, I've just got a white line to cycle on. Finally, a little bit of a motorbike lane. Malaysia is one of those unique countries. You know, it's got its ups and downs. It's got its places of tranquility, and then it's places of chaos. And it's like one of those toxic relationships where you think it's all awesome, and then it can just be complete chaos. You know, it's an insane place. It's a mixture of everything. You know, yeah, it's like one of those unhealthy relationships. I'd rather have a relationship where it's, you know, smooth, streamlined, and simple. You know, I don't want drama. And yeah, Malaysia is like one of those relationships where it's just full of drama. You know, there's that point where you get to where you're like, stop it. I don't want any of that drama. I can't deal with this. You know, you're over it, eh? And that's basically that's how Malaysia is. Well, I'm halfway through the place, and I don't want to judge it on what I've seen so far. There is that big detour that I plan on doing. You know, I just want to see everything before I make my final judgments on the place. You know, a place can be extremely subjective. Like, it's all depending on your perspective, where you come from, and yeah, just maybe if you say you come from India and you come here, I mean, you'll give this place an awesome review. And if you come from a place, let's say Rome or something like that, you know, a real authentic place, Scotland or such, hey, this place will be a slum. You know, so it's all super subjective. I come from, I would like to say middle ground. You know, I come from South Africa, where you got places of extreme poverty and then on the other side, extreme wealth and beautiful places. So yeah, I've seen a bit of both worlds. So I understand how subjective a place can be. So when I finish cycling through the whole length of Malaysia, then I'll see how it is. But yeah, like I said, it's a mixed place. Like, so far I can't say that it's crap, and so far I can't say that it's epic. It's been a mixture of both worlds. Yeah, it's just a blend, like straight from the get-go. When I got here, it already felt like it's a mixture of everything. And that's why I love cycle touring. You know, you get to see everything. The shit places, the epic places, the beautiful places. You know, you delve into the whole country. You get to see it all. You know, you can just fly from city to city and see that, or just travel to the beautiful places in a luxurious bus with aircon. You skip through all of the crap and straight to the beautiful, pretty islands and all of the lush forests and all the lakes. The cycle touring, you get to see it all. You get to see all the shit next to the road, all the construction sites. You know, you get to see it all. You get to smell all the crap as well. Let's not forget about that. See, even this is what I like to see. I love seeing stuff like this. Factories, so fascinating. I would love to take a tour inside of them. Now you can take a car or a motorbike and just blast through everything. You know, skip all of this, skip everything, go straight to the islands, all the lacquer beaches, into the mountains, and you can have the best of it. You know, but yeah, like I said, you don't get to see everything and appreciate all the good places when you actually get there. And yeah, so I'm seeing the world for how it really is, while I've got the strength, while I'm young, and I can see it all. And then one day when I'm older and I don't have the strength and power and youthful enthusiasm, then I'm just going to take a car or a plane or a bus or a motorbike and then just blast through everything, because I've seen all the cuck. I can skip out on all the cuck and I can just go to all the lacquer places. But yeah, when I'm still fresh, then I'm going to smack it. See everything. My legs are going to smack everything and just blaze through all the roads. Engines are my legs. They'll take me everywhere. Almost off these major roads. Just need to quickly jump on this highway, get onto the bridge, and then cross the river, and then I should be falling onto all of those smaller side roads. Now I should jump straight off this bridge and then take that road and go underneath it. Goodbye. From that big highway to this small little country road. See how insane the contrasts are, hey? And that road, it's the only way. It's the only way to get to this. There's no other way. Now, in comparison to a few other countries, in Thailand they would have maybe a bridge here and there to cross over these rivers, or they'll have a ferry, a small little local ferry. And in Vietnam, nothing stops the motorbikes. They will make a way. They will have a little ferry to cross over on, or they will have some makeshift bridge to cross over. And that bridge will range anything from a road, a tarred road, to a steel bridge, or some type of suspension bridge. In other cases, they will have a wooden bridge, and it's just a local oak that will make it. It will be like this completely makeshift wooden bridge, bamboo bridge, just all knocked together, that will cross over the river. And it'll be the owner of that bridge. He will sit on the other side, and then you will give him his toll fee of, say, $10, and there you go. But not you have to go around. You have to take these massive highways to get on that one bridge that crosses over the big rivers. And that's how it is. And so you can see the massive contrast in the different areas and the different countries. And I appreciate all those other ones. There's all the site workers on their break. There is an insane amount of monkeys in this place. I really like it. I like to see what they're getting up to. And monitor lizards, they got a lot. There's a lot of monitor lizards. They're the dogs. They're the dogs here in Malaysia, those monitor lizards. The street dogs. See, I'm back in heaven. Now I just need to find myself something to eat, because I am starving to death, literally. I've burnt enough calories in the last 2 hours than what I do in a whole day. There's a whole platoon of monkeys ahead. Gone already. I just wanted to say, now coming from that intense roads, now out here in the complete opposite place, the beautiful places. But then, as you can see there is just Just an open tip next to the road. Anyway, what we should do? At least there's beautiful trees and it's nice and green, and the road is dead quiet. So this is a win for me. All the different years. Year of the monkey, year of a snake, year of the dragon. It's such a random find, this. And now it looks like the dogs want to have a war with the other dogs on the other side. So this is the warehouse dogs, and those ones over there, they're the temple dogs. Oh, that's such a random place to have a temple. It's out here in basically no man's land. Well, what a nice place to take a quick stop. Nice and cool. Got a nice cool breeze in the shade. Unfortunately, all that I've got is a Coke and these sweeties, and they're mint, so they're not nice chewy ones. Looks like some kind of abandoned resort or something like that. Taoist temple. And doggy wants to play with the cats. I just happened upon this, like a food court, and I'll be having some fried rice with egg and chicken. Bon appetit. Alright, belly is full and it's 22:03 and I've still got about 70 kilometers to go do. These 99 speed marks is basically the 7-Eleven, kind of, but not totally. So I've got all my supplies ready for that long journey in no man's land that is sandwiched between rice fields and a forest or a reserve. That's my route coming up. So I'm guessing it's going to look something like this. Well, let's hope it's going to be a nice and peaceful transition. Absolute epic roads, eh? Epic roads. Are going through all that chaotic conditions, all those hectic busy roads. Just makes you appreciate this beautiful scenery and this peaceful road so much more. You know what just came to my mind, eh? That Malaysia is just like a woman. You know, there's no point in trying to figure her out. This is what it is, eh? It's a mixture of everything. It's got its ups and downs. It's chaos and beauty. There's no point in trying to figure it out. It is what it is. You gotta just take it, eh? All these birds are getting their fill as well. You see? Now this is the lacquer part, eh? All the farming and the birds and the wind in the trees. This is the lacquer part of it, eh? And the best part is that Mother Nature's on my side. Well, literally, she's on my back. She's given me wings and blessed me with a lacquer tailwind. It's going to take me 50-60 kilometers in that direction. Life is good now. Stomach is full, and I can just sit back, lacquer, enjoy the views, hit the road, have a nice clear mind, and yeah, just love life. 40 kilometers of a straight road with a tailwind. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Over everything that I've learned just over life and my travels, the one thing that I take away with me every time, and that just stays with me forever and becomes part of my thought process, is that we are all just a mere reflection of our environment. You know, if you want to change yourself, change your environment. It's as simple as that. All you can drink coffee. Got a proper size road here. There's that forest reserve, and got this massive dike that's sitting between us. Well, it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I decided to put half my birthday suit on. And you know what the funny thing is, people think that you know, I'm talking more than I've ever spoken in my life before. But the thing is that where I come from, the amount of people that I share things in common with is basically 0.0001%. So yeah, when people think I'm a lone wolf or I keep to myself, it's not that. I share almost nothing in common. Yeah, so basically that's what it is. You know, you can take a person, what they would call a what's the word, introvert. That was the word I was looking for. You can take an introvert, right, you put them in their environment where they belong, and what do they become? They become an extrovert. You know, so that concept from Carl Jung, you know, that's just one of his flaws. You know, he just invented something, and then it became a label, and then people just start labeling it, you know, and diagnosing you with this and that. You know, it's all just man-made shit. You know, you are who you are. When you're in the correct environment, you know, then you can actually be who you are. And when you're in the wrong environment, then people will diagnose you with their problems, you know. So that's the reality, you know. Just got to be in the right environment, and you'll be who you are. Just to jump back onto that topic, with regards to Carl Jung, he was one of the greatest clinical psychologists ever. You know, he was a pioneer, a scientist. The only flaws that he had was one that unfortunately it was part of his job, was that he invented diagnoses of certain disorders, personalities, you know. maybe not disorders, but let's just say personalities. And yeah, that was the beginning of the labeling part, you know, where everything just becomes a label. You know, you're diagnosed with this, you're diagnosed with that, you know, everything's just, you know, trickled down from that. And the second thing was that that he took religion into his studies, and yeah, that's also a major downfall. So he might have been the greatest clinical psychologist ever, but he had his flaws, and you know, he gave us the best part of himself. So we can take that and we can learn and we can go forward and just improve on it. Road is still going strong. Well, I forgot to put my headband on for this last part, and I hope it's not going to be burnt to a crisp. I did remember to put some sunblock on my nose, but I forgot to put my headband back on. So let's hope that this late afternoon sun isn't so brutal. That's where all the fish are. They're on the other side of the river. Ladies and gents, I just want to show you the most dangerous thing in the whole of Malaysia. It's that center line. They think that that's the most dangerous thing under the sun. You know, if you cross that, then not only will your car explode into an infinite number of pieces, but the whole world will probably end. So either they're trying to get as close as possible to you, or my theory on that dotted line is true. Got himself a nice, sparkling, clean white house. This must be birdhouse country. I'm pretty sure this is the longest straight road in Southeast Asia, and I've never seen anything like it before. It's insane. It's like those long roads that go across Australia just for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers, just a straight line. That's basically the equivalent this road is to those. Sneak up on these monkeys with my silent motorbike. That's how most of them pass, which is decent, you know, it's respectable. Still going strong on this road. Well, that's the most coffee you will ever see in your life. This water, even though it looks like coffee, still makes me want to go dive in it. I definitely need a nice cool down. With all these palm trees, I'm getting some like a shade. This is honestly such a lacquer stretch. Well, you know, it's been a long day when your shadow starts to overtake you. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of this road. But that's not the end for me. I've still got a little bit more planned. Some super clean water. Hey, let's go see if we can draft behind that tractor. He just mustn't put on brakes, otherwise I'm going to lose my teeth. Maybe in 50 years there will be a big temple built underneath a massive tree. Yeah, in Malaysia they also got those impassable gates. However, they got a moat going around it, so there's no way you're gonna get in there. Now what's cooking here? Just barriered off this road, so hopefully I can make it across. It seems like there in front is the bridge that hopefully still passes over that massive highway. Otherwise I need to go on another big detour. Let's see what's cooking here. It looks like they have rebuilt the bridge, so let's hope it is open. Well, it looks all good. It's cooking here. A dead highway. So they must be revamping it and then routing everybody all the way around. And there's some old signage of a petrol station. Well, I'm happy that I was able to pass through this area. It is part of my master route, and I wouldn't have liked to have cycled all the way around, adding an extra 10 kilometers onto my already tired butt and legs. See, that was the road that I just passed over, and then this current yellow road that I'm on. And judging by the condition of this road and everything growing on it, that it's been closed for quite a long time. Judging by this gap here in these barriers, the motorbikes will probably like, screw that shit, I'm not gonna drive all the way around. And they probably got together and dragged one of these massive concrete barriers out of the way. Day 29 on the road, and I've cycled every single day. So yeah, where's that Garmin that says that you need 72 hours of recovery? Hey, where's that? It's all a bunch of cuck, man. They just make anything, you know, just to you know, add an extra feature so that they can sell their product. Mark Beaumont, Google him. Mark Beaumont, Scottish oak, cycled around the world in 79 days. Hey, 79 days. Do the maths on that. That's insane. I'm pretty sure it's close to 400 kilometers a day. So yeah, Garmin watches, we don't need that BS 72 hours recovery. Who's their target? Who's their target audience? You know, we could go on forever with these gimmicks. Hey, their target audience, or their target whatever client is somebody that doesn't do anything. You know, maybe once a month they go to the gym, but they're a sports brand. Well, half a sports brand, half a aviation brand. But anyway, yeah. This is the fastest disintegration of a road that I've seen. Come on, you can do it, road. You can make it. We're almost there. Where the motorbikes go, so can I. We're almost there. We're almost there. The last few kilometers just feels like that they never end. I mean, 20 kilometers back, it felt like there was only 20 kilometers left. But 10 kilometers back felt like there's only 30 kilometers left. And his last 5 kilometers feels like there's only 50 kilometers left to go. Let me quickly summarize today's video for you. Contains cockbrat, crap roads, insane traffic, beautiful roads, no traffic, a bit of heaven and a bit of hell. Give Roger Bixby a run for his money with his ranting videos. Well, the last bridge today, finally. Some robots take about 5 minutes to change, and you have to wait. There is no gap that you will get. Alright, let's go see where I'm staying tonight. I have tried to make this place look a little bit more appealing. I actually quite like it. Monkey's getting some fast food. This little place just looks like one of those little model villages. They got open shops, all kinds of services. And how's my place? What a grand welcoming. One of those self-check-in places, and yeah, it comes with a shared bathroom, so it's kind of like a hybrid hostel. I do have my own private bed. Let's head up and see what's cooking. Well, it's got a little communal kitchenette. There's the rooms, quite nice. A little communal lounge, and then they WhatsApp you the code for the key, and let's go check it out. Lekker. Aircon, white sheets, nice and soft, and it's got a bonus hammock. Super lekker. It was quite an intense day, and probably going to be, or it probably has been, a super long video. I've done 152 kilometers, so it has been quite a graph today. I'm now going to go find the showers and have a good shower, and then I'm probably going to pass it on the bed. Yeah. That's the sun shining through that gutter that monkey just pushed open. Now we've got our first cat burglar. Hey, you want something in my room? Yeah, you better run. Tonight's dinner is instant mac and cheese with some cheese buns and the almighty chocolate milk. This stuff helps with the recovery. Seriously helps with the recovery.